Hey there, if you're listening to this podcast right now, you're probably into cryptids and monsters. Well, if you have a creative spark, you can always join us in our first ever Supernatural Selection zine project. For 2024, we are doing cryptid encounters, where you can draw or write a encounter with a cryptid of your choice, and we'll put it in the zine. The current submission window is from early January to late June. If you're interested in finding out more, you can always go to supernaturalselectionpod.com/zines. That is Z-I-N-E-S. Now back to the show.
I'm kind of glad we don't have to be tied down to Christmas on this one, because Christmas can be depressing, and I'd like to move on to weird shit.
I had a whole conspiracy going. I was really
you can talk about it.
No, I'm not going to, because it's not Christmas anymore.
Okay, well, I had trouble finding stuff.
It's not Christmas, but I still have some depressing shit for us, so.
Oh, well, that's good. Holiday depression abounds. Hello. No. Hello, and welcome to Supernatural Selection. I'm your host, Kevin Heyman. With me this week are Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how you doing?
More like supernatural depression.
Yeah, that's a good one. Let's get straight out the gate with that shit.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah, supernatural depression. And we've got Mr. David Davis. David, how are you doing?
I am doing well enough.
Wow. Boy, we are just full of beans today.
You get three terminally depressed people together and put together a podcast. What do you expect would happen?
I wouldn't say Mike's depressed. He's just.
I'm subdued, but I'm generally in a pretty good mood most of the time.
He's in a much better mood than me usually.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm just
underseasoned,
not enthusiastic,
understated.
Yes,
there we go.
Subdued. Yes. So, it's the weekend weird, and we did not do anything for the holidays because the holidays and a lot of shit happened.
Yeah, There were those several personal life things that kept us from doing it.
All three of us had shit go down. So,
I didn't, but...
Well, work.
Well, work, yes. Yeah. Work was a big pain in the dick. But
yeah, it always is.
The last 2 weeks, I've worked 92 hours.
I thought it was 96.
Ooh.
96 hours? Yeah, 96 hours.
Close to 100.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. And
but it's the only time of year this actually happens, so.
Yeah, meanwhile, I've been trying not to live like I'm in the song Brick by Ben Folds 5. So, that's fun. Anyway, so before we really get going, I've got two updates I wanted to talk about from previous episodes.
Okay.
So, first off, our last major episode was KLF, and there's something I didn't get a chance to talk about in there, and that is what they're doing now. The K Foundation is still around, and the first thing I want to bring up is they've started what is, for lack of a better term, they want to start an old folks home for aging punkers.
Fuck yeah.
Like for punk musicians. And I love the idea of an old folks home blasting the Sex Pistols. And the other thing they're doing is Drummond apparently lost his brother a while back, and his plan is to build a pyramid of the dead.
Fuck yeah.
A pyramid made of dead people. And when I say dead people, I don't mean stacked up bodies. The idea is you join the K Foundation for a nominal fee, and when you die, they take blood from you, bake it into a brick, and then use that brick in the construction of the pyramid. So literally a pyramid of death made of humans.
So number one, I love both of these ideas. And I was already planning on being turned into a brick anyway, so that way I could be thrown through the window of a bank. Yeah, so someone could throw me through the window of a bank.
Oh, dude, if I'm around, I want to be the one that throws it.
So just use half of my blood to make bricks for a pyramid of the dead, and the other half to, rob a bank.
You know, that's great. That's really, really nice of you. Mike, how does that make you feel? Either of these ideas.
Scared and confused.
You just use me like the old lady in Andor, where like they turned her funeral brick into a stormtrooper smashing device.
Oh god, that's great. Yeah,
that was the coolest fucking thing that ever happened in Star Wars ever, and that includes Jedi shit. That was
pretty badass. Yes. I kind of want to I want my fat distilled down to be used as a Molotov cocktail. But
I'd go for a couple candles too.
Yeah, there you go. A Kevin candle. Boy, man, a spell done with that candle would be fucked. So anyway, the other thing, this is an update I never thought I'd do. This is an update to the Pascagoula River abduction that we covered, which, is here in Mississippi. And do you know what that update is?
I do not.
Fucking witnesses came forward.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Same night, there was another couple fishing on the other side of the river that said they saw the ship come down, aliens come out and take the Parker and Hickson and then drop them off later. And when asked why they didn't come forward with it, they were both like, yeah, we didn't want to get thrown into Whitfield, which is our local insane asylum.
It reminds me of that meme of the cat standing up on its hind legs, but they photoshopped overalls on it.
Yeah.
And the cat's just like, what's that going on over there?
Yes. But, like, seriously, they were like, I'm not telling a goddamn soul. We saw spacemen take people on the river.
Holy shit, that's incredible.
They finally came forward, like, this year. And it's still kind of a breaking story. There's more information coming. Mm-hmm. But I'm just blown away that these two, like, say they saw it happen.
Like, that's cool. Like, yeah. I love that. That's a great update.
They said they saw, and the thing is, they said they saw the 3 aliens, and I'm like, this is great. This is fucking great.
Can you imagine fishing and just seeing that shit? Like, we talk about, like, them being there, being abducted, but like, imagine being across the river watching this shit.
Yeah, no, I just see myself going, da, 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 da. I mean, that's like driving down the road and you saw Betty and Barney Hill get taken. I mean, goddamn.
Right.
And
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's another one of those things where it's like, they're not getting money from this. Mm-hmm. And they're still, these two people are like highly embarrassed. They kind of didn't want their names out there until like the person they were talking to convinced them to do it. So I don't know what they'd get out of this by lying unless they like, unless it's just one of those things where you suddenly, you think you remember something.
Oh, right? Maybe they like people like us going to their door.
Maybe. Mike?
Yeah.
You think it was like they think they remember it?
I don't know. I mean, like you said, I don't know what their motivation is. You never know with people. They have weird motivations all the time.
Yeah. But, like, it's like all the people that say they remember Optimus Prime dying and turning to dust. I'm like, no, he didn't.
Yeah. That's the other thing is this, after this long, it's hard to say how accurate their memories are because,
Yeah, but it's still really interesting because how often do you see an abduction have outside witnesses? I can think of, like, one that went down in the annals of UFO history, and then it turned out it was completely fake. Like, no one involved was a real person. So
we always talk about how there's never witnesses to, like, the actual abductions. Well, here we fucking go.
Yeah, here we go. A couple of oldsters being like, well, we didn't want to get put in the asylum, but it's big in the news now. And I can see that. Like, the husband was like, don't you fucking tell anybody this happened. So that I don't know. It's just kind of a couple of neat updates I wanted to share from previous episodes. So in Weekend Weird, if we've got updates on previous things, we'll definitely talk about it. So
Oh yeah.
So as usual with our typical Weekend Weird thing, we have had no discussion on who goes first. So who wants to go first?
I can go, but you're gonna have to make a choice.
Oh, do I get a Sophie's choice?
Yeah. So you get the story that puckers your asshole, or the story about a lucid asshole?
A what asshole? What was that second one?
A loosened asshole.
A loose. Okay,
puckered
or loosened.
I thought you said lucid asshole. Is
Yeah.
like a self-aware asshole.
Yeah, an asshole that is completely aware of what's happening and won't stop screaming. Mike, let's confer on this. Do you want to go with tight or loose?
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Well, we're both sort of liberal, so I guess loose. We're gonna go lefty.
Okay, here we go. So this source is from The Guardian.
Oh, boy.
And the title is Chinese chess champion stripped of title after defecating in hotel bathtub.
You know, I saw that headline. I was like, I kind of hope somebody covers that.
So
Yeah, I read the article.
Under the title, Yang Shenlong crowned Shaanxi king, but overdid celebrations as governing body also investigates whether he cheated using anal beads.
Yeah, so that's a different thing. Surprisingly, that's completely separate from the defecation.
Okay, can I ask if the anal beads were giving him answers? Were they whispering?
So it's the same thing. Like did you ever hear about the poker flap about a year ago or so?
Where the dude had a vibrator in his butt or something?
There was a lady also that was accused of it.
Okay. This is all kind of new to me.
But basically, it's like some kind of remote or Bluetooth device, and they say they saw him rhythmically clenching his butt cheeks, which some people think was him inputting, his moves, and then he would receive vibrations back in code.
Oh my God!
What moves he should make?
Okay, David. Yeah, sorry, Mike. Go ahead. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
What, me?
Yeah.
I thought you said David. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I wanted you to finish your sentence.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, that was pretty much it.
Okay. Well, David, give us the details.
Well, they also did that as an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia in the most recent season with Danny DeVito with a vibrator up his ass.
God damn it.
It was wonderful.
Show.
It was wonderful.
That fucking show.
Yeah, so it was kind of already in the news, but the world of Chinese chess is in uproar over rumors of cheating and a bad behavior scandal that saw the national champion stripped of his title on Monday after a victory celebration ended with him defecating in a hotel bathtub.
God damn it. I know people that have done that, but it didn't involve chess.
Mm-hmm. So we have this gentleman, Yan Shenlong, who beat dozens of contenders at Shaanxi, which is it's not like chess as we would probably think. Uh-huh. It's the Chinese national form of chess.
Yeah. It's a strategy game similar to chess.
Yeah. And he won a tournament, bested dozens of contenders, but his joy was short-lived, with the CXA on Monday announcing that Yan would have his title revoked and prize money confiscated after he had been caught disrupting public order and displaying extremely bad character. The association was also forced to address rumors circulating online that Yan had cheated during the competition by using anal beads equipped with wireless transmitters to send and receive signals.
Oh my God.
So Yan allegedly clenched and unclenched rhythmically to communicate information about the chessboard via code to a computer, which then sent back instructions on what moves to make in the form of vibrations.
Oh, God.
Number one, I applaud that guy for his anal control.
Is it more? Yeah, those are good kegels.
I was also going to say, what if he accidentally came in the middle of?
Oh God. Yeah, and my other thing is, was it Morse code or?
Well, I mean, yeah, they're going to have some kind of theoretically, you would have some kind of signaling set up, either Morse code or some other kind of coded. Because obviously, it's only going to be binary.
It's got to be 1 beep for yes, 2 beeps for no.
Right. Based on our understanding of the situation, it is currently impossible to prove that Yan engaged in cheating via anal beads, as speculated on social media. The CXA said.
Okay.
But he was stripped of his title and banned from playing for a year after his celebrations went wayward. Yan consumed alcohol with others in his room on the night of the 17th, and then he defecated in the bathtub of the room he was staying in on the 18th in an act that damaged hotel property, violated public order and good morals, had a negative impact on the competition of the event in Shaanxi, and was of extremely bad character, the association said. So I guess the question we have to ask here is the defecation in the tub. Is that just like because he was drunk, or did he have a loosened?
Did he shit
sphincter?
the beads out?
No, they would have found him if they.
Okay.
That would be the smoking gun, or at least the stinky bead.
He just got shit faced, and thought it'd be a great idea to shit in the tub, or maybe he just passed out in the tub and shit in the tub.
See, I'm kind of thinking it is a thing where they were in so long, just the drawstring is loose, as it were.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, how long I wonder how long these matches go, and especially because if it's a tournament, if you've been using anal beads that vibrate that entire time to send signals for each move,
right?
Like that has got to like shake the foundation.
Well, and that's some awful good batteries too.
Shake the foundation. I like that. Thank you. That was a funny joke.
I don't know, man. Like, I know it was probably, a lot of it was, I probably got really fucking drunk, won a tournament in the weirdest way possible, had fun, fuck it, shit in the tub. But also, like, the shitting in the tub and the accusations of anal beads, like, it just, they seem to go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, God.
Well, from what I understand, though, also, the accusations were coming out before even the thing about shitting in the tub. So.
Okay.
Well, maybe someone brought up a Weibo post to him, then he's like, I'll show you I didn't have a shit up my ass.
Yeah, he just sat there, bitch, I shit trains, now what?
I have an important question, though.
Yeah?
Do you think he tried to waffle stomp it?
Oh, this is like the old Last Podcast Network poop gate.
Yes, who pooped in the tub.
Tried to waffle stomp it down the drain.
Mm-hmm. I still think it was Holden McNeely, but anyway.
So, and here's the other thing is that the charges against him are bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
More shit. Yeah. Because if they hadn't publicized it, it would not have been against the public. Whatever the fuck This is
if the public doesn't know, you did it.
Yeah. This is just some trumped up.
It was probably
Chinese.
Some official's hotel.
Even then, it's like. Cleaning up poop out of a tub isn't that damaging of the hotel property.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
sorry.
damage.
I'm sorry.
Who hasn't cleaned up poop up out of a tub?
I'm sorry. If your tub can't handle a little
fair.
poop in it, you should probably get into a different business.
Yeah, that's like your tub's made out of paper.
Yeah, there's been worse stuff in hotel tubs. So
fucking rice paper tub is what you
in fact, I would wager there's probably does not exist a hotel tub that has not at some point had poop in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's going to really fuck with my head.
There hasn't been a hotel mattress that hasn't had poop on it. Like, it's just... That's how it is.
I am sleeping on the floor at Dragon Con then.
I haven't seen any...
Oh, the Dragon Con floor probably has poop on it.
Oh, there's a lot on the Dragon Con floor,
Oh my God.
Sure.
Oh, that reminds me. I saw a picture the other day of these two chairs at a convention, like the white chairs, right?
Yeah.
But both of them had shit streaks on them.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
That's why the hotels at Dragon Con put the chairs away during the convention.
That's why they're so expensive.
Yeah.
They know what you're going to do.
But it's been a very gross story so far.
Yeah, at least nothing died. I mean...
It sounds like they purposely wanted to strip him of it and make an example.
Yeah, no,
maybe it was the with the claims of cheating, they used this as an excuse to strip him of his title instead of having to try to actually prove he cheated. They decided, well, he shit in the tub, therefore, it violated the public decency or whatever.
This
lowered
does sound
lowered his social credit score below, the level where he could get a car loan or whatever.
Yeah, because if it was a private party, like, number one, who fucking narked? But number two,
assholes.
like if it's a private party, shit in your tub. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You do you.
I just in general, I feel like this dude's been done wrong. I feel like if he was cheating, The only thing he did wrong was the anal beads.
And
no,
even then,
the
I'm still
shitting in the tub.
impressed.
Yeah, okay, fair. I don't feel like I'm kind of with David. I don't feel like shitting in the tub is necessarily.
No, that was just where he went wrong. You know,
Sure,
if he had cheated, you know, he should have. Like whenever you get away with something like that, you need to like keep your nose.
You got to be
clean.
on care. You got to be careful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know, but can you imagine like maybe he was passed out drunk and the housekeeper came in.
Oh.
And, you know, saw, well, there he is naked with a shitty ass laying butt up in the bed and go into the bathroom because, you know, I guess this housekeeper's not going to immediately like leave, and they see a big old Duke in the tub, and they're like, you know, get on the radio to their boss, and they're like, yeah, we got a tub shitter. We got a tub shitter in the
I
chess
repeat, we
winner
have
suite.
the Chinese chess champion tub shitter. Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. So, again, I don't know if the tub shitting is related to the anal beads, but I like to think in this world that, yeah, that could be related.
I mean, I could see that, you know, after the party happened so soon after the winning, he didn't have time to remove the anal beads. So
yeah, I don't quite get the
he like decided to
timeline
sit on the edge of the tub and like, okay, well, I got to pull these out, and he like pulled on him like, you know, starting a lawnmower and just went.
Oh god.
Well, okay, here's the question. We talked about like shitting in the tub. Do we wonder if it got so stirred up it was more like a shotgun blast than a
Oh god.
like South Park when Cartman was shitting?
Oh, I mean, it's gonna. I think it would be some splatter, some
just the walls
projectiles.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's man. What if using the anal beads like packed it? And then it blasted out like a cork out of a pop gun.
It looked like one of those, you know, when you have one of those firework snakes where it's just like a cake.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know the ones.
Kevin, it reminds me of that joke.
Oh, the pig and the monkey?
Yeah, I might have to tell that one day, maybe on
Distraction hole. Yeah, we'll do it there. I'm just going to say sometimes you're the pig and the monkey.
Yes.
So,
Jesus.
Anyway, Mike, do you want to go next or should I go next?
Okay. Are you, after, you know, shitting in the tub, are you ready to be mind fucked?
I've been reading Lovecraft science fiction. I am more than ready.
So how about this? Scientists have been able to reflect light backwards.
Shut the fuck up.
In
Wait.
time.
Okay, double shut the fuck up.
So the title of this article, which is a little sensationalist, I'll admit, having read it, but it says light can be reflected not only in space but also in time.
What?
So
That
basically,
is fucked.
they set up a metamaterial, not quite a mirror, but it's basically like a mirror because it reflects light, but it's a mirror that they can add thickness to it at will. Like
Time mirror, got it.
Yeah, it's like a fat mirror. It's like a mirror that you can make fat all of a sudden.
So it's got a gainer feeder fetish. I gotcha.
Yes. But so no, they were able to basically say you have light coming in to the mirror. And say the light, you could tell the beginning of the pulse of light from the end of the pulse of light. It would have a head and a tail, right? So when it hits the mirror, you basically would come out head first still and tail behind it, right? Kind of like a snake. Imagine light as a snake.
An
And
Ouroboros.
the snake bounces off of a wall and it continues off in a new direction, but it's still going head first, right? Because
Why would you throw a snake?
I'm just it's a thought experiment, goddammit.
I know, I'm just fucking with you.
Because a snake is made out of light, and you're a I don't know. I can't think of anything to call you.
And you're an asshole, so you threw a snake. Okay, fine.
But so anyway, but they were able to create a mirror that when the snake light hit the mirror, what came out first was the tail. Get it? So the light was
Kinda.
basically backwards when it came out.
Okay, so the last part sent was the first part out.
Correct.
Which only works if you're an asshole on the bus.
So it would be like if, say, the light was, if you could think of the light as like a solid rod, say you throw a thing at a wall, it will like bounce and like it won't necessarily like flip over.
Yes.
But light, because it has no interaction with itself, the first part starts getting reflected while the rest of it's still incoming. So
it's kind of backwards in time.
So it's you're basically having the tail end of it come out first. But in reading the article, like I said, the headline's a little sensationalist, because in reading the article, basically what it seems like they're able to do is, like I said, the mirror can be arbitrarily thickened. So it sounds like what they're doing is reflecting the whole pulse of light all at once.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like they're slowing the light down.
There is some of that. It mentions that using the metamaterials, which we've done before, use metamaterials to slow the speed of light. Because the speed of light, being the fastest thing there is only in a vacuum.
Yeah. And
we know that the speed of light through air is actually slightly slower than the speed of light in a vacuum.
And the speed of light is not necessarily a constant in general. Yeah. It's just like it has a maximum speed.
Yeah, the maximum speed is in vacuum. And in fact, speed of light in water is even slower. That's why you have, that's why water looks the way it does, because it has a different refractive index and all that shit.
Right.
I have two observations so far.
Okay.
Sure, go.
Okay, first of all, thick mirror sounds like a synthwave band.
Hey, yeah.
Doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. And then also, I like that we went from a story about a dude shitting in a tub to talking about theoretical physics.
Yes.
The sort of things you come to our podcast for.
We contain multitudes.
Yes. And those multitudes are poop and light. Oh, wow. So, it sounds less like, wow, we did something amazing with light, and more of, wow, look at this metamaterial we got.
Well, it is wow, in that, wow, this is the first time we've been able to do this with light. And when I say light, it's kind of, it's microwave frequency light.
Okay, so it's not even visible light.
Correct.
Not even the shit I can use. What the fuck?
Yeah,
but
well, I mean, you can heat up your noodles.
This does have, ramifications. This is something that's been theorized, that's been possible for a while, but it has ramifications in, say, photonic computing. This is probably what like isolinear chips are made out of in Star Trek.
Okay, Data.
But
drunk Shimoda over here.
But so, I mean, it will have uses, I'm sure, in some ways.
Sure.
But
pissing off podcasters, for instance.
Yes, yeah, making podcasters go, And the article says that it's like, if you looked in the mirror and saw the back of your head, which is kind of a little weird to say.
A bit.
I don't think it's that. It's like if you, I don't know, I can't think of there's no good real world analog, because
like
it's such a weird.
The way I envision it is like the light is like, okay, I'm going to use a internet meme reference here.
Okay. I was going to say, are you throwing snakes?
Okay. No, did you ever see that gif of the manatee that like bounces up against the wall of the aquarium, like his little head?
Oh yeah,
like,
yes.
just bonks
It
and
smushes and goes backwards.
Yeah.
You're saying
so
light
it'd be
is
like,
the manatee.
Yeah, so like the light bouncing backwards like that, like in the whole time travel thing they're talking about here, that's just the manatee like hitting the thing and then bouncing back. Normally the manatee would probably like, if it were swimming towards the thing, it'd like tag the screen and then like turn around, and that's how the light's normally supposed to work.
Okay, here's a good way. So
okay,
an Olympic swimmer, like doesn't matter what style swimming they're doing, they're just doing some form. It could be the breaststroke, could be the you're getting ahead of me there. Could be the whatever the overarm thing. I can't remember what the style is.
Dog paddle.
But yeah, so the Olympic swimmer, normally, when they get the other end, they flip around and go back. Well, this is like the Olympic swimmer. When they hit the end of the pool, they just start swimming backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think we all
manatees
get it.
are cuter.
Yeah. Oh, manatees are cute.
Well, I don't know. It depends on the swimmer, doesn't it?
Some of these swimmers,
Well,
right?
the swimmer turns into a manatee, and then our metaphors are now mixed.
Okay.
Now you're like talking about mermaids. Or something.
No, you're basically talking about mermen, and I don't know, man. There's something about a swimmer's physique, man or woman. They're built.
It
like
would
an
be
athlete.
like the swimmer hitting the wall and just kind of like like literally giving themselves a concussion, and kind of drifting backwards.
See, I'm thinking that it's like they hit it and they just accordion like a Looney Tunes backwards.
Yeah, they just push themselves off, and somehow they can like swim backwards.
Yep.
The end of the pool is one of those bumpers from Super Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Yes. There you go. Well, thank you for that, Mike. Now that we've been able to talk about poop and light and time travel. Manatees. So I got a fun one that's not very deep. It kind of is, but not really.
Okay.
This is from, the hell is this site? PA homepage. This is from
I
Pennsylvania.
thought you were going to say Phantoms and Monsters.
Nope.
And I'd be like, fuck.
No, I actually don't have one of those this week.
Okay.
Thank God.
Now, I read the initial article, but the initial article didn't have a lot of information on this, but now it does with the update. This is from Pennsylvania by Andy Mahalchik. Reports of cryptic notes pouring in from around PA. Eyewitness News. There are new developments Wednesday in an ongoing I-Team investigation into what some are calling mystery notes found inside sealed food packages. The I-Team first reported the concerns Tuesday over a note found in a box of cereal in Luzerne County. Now, the box of cereal was Lucky Charms, so I don't know if that, means anything to anybody. Since our first reports aired, the I-Team has received several emails and calls from viewers from across NIPA, all telling similar stories about finding cryptic notes inside various packaged foods. These concerns are growing exponentially. 28/22 News has been in contact with more than a dozen area residents, all of whom want answers, and 2 area congressmen promised to help get those answers. Quote, "It just bothers me. The note, really, it's the note that really bothers me. These notes are found inside food, like kids' food," says Joe Miller. Joe Miller from Sugarloaf Township showed the I-Team on Tuesday what he found inside a box of sealed Lucky Charms s'mores cereal that he bought from a grocery store in Luzerne County. Since her report, people from across the area have been reaching out to the Eyewitness News Facebook page. A person wrote, quote, "So glad to see a report about strange notes. I found one several months ago and just last month in Lint dark chocolate. Sorry. They were purchased from different retailers. Tried to research but came up with nothing." Another person posted, "This ought to add a few more layers to all the security packaging." Chris from Montoursville reached out to the I-Team to tell us she found a cryptic note in a sealed box of chai tea. "It's kind of disturbing that this could happen in sealed up bags. Things like this is a little unnerving to me," Chris explained. At this point, 2822 News is not identifying the stores where the products were purchased and not showing the contents of the notes as we continue our deep dive into what's going on. But we can tell you that these notes contain words like terror riot and JFK warned of SS and Lord of Rings, as well as words connected to conspiracy theories.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes on, but that gets the point. There's been no indications of anyone getting sick from this. There's no, haha, we have the anthrax, Alu Akbar stuff.
This sounds like Operation Mindfuck shit.
In sealed packages, though.
So
yeah. So you got a Discordian working at you got a couple of Discordians working at factories.
No. So my thing is someone got a shrink wrapper for Christmas. And they went crazy.
Yeah, but the cereal box isn't shrink wrap. I guess you could have like some glue, but
yeah, I mean come on, it's lowest common denominator thing. It's
what
not,
if it's in the bag of cereal? It didn't say one way or the other.
There's still ways of like closing that. Though they
Which,
close they close it at the factory, so
it's still weird as hell.
it's weird, but it's still.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying it's paranormal. I'm not saying ghosts did this.
It's still just some person that's a weirdo and should be like caught for potentially.
Yeah, this could easily be like the Tylenol thing.
Yeah, no, that's definitely someone that shouldn't be fucking with people's food, but
yeah, it's
that's the only thing that weirds me out is that it's something that could easily and not only for the fact that what could they do with it, it's just they're not doing food safe
right
things. What if they accidentally contaminate something?
Right, yeah, not on purpose. Like, what if you accidentally put a booger in it?
Or not only that, just they didn't wash their hands after using the bathroom before they handled the tea packages.
Yeah, now
right.
you get
They go to celebrate a chess victory in their bathroom. They shit in the tub, and then they start putting cryptic notes.
Yeah, welcome to diphtheria. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now here's a question: in y'all's working experience, have you ever found a note like this?
Nope.
I have. When I was working at Rose's, I opened a brake tote, which is basically, how like you get a box of, a case of shampoo or something in.
Yeah.
Well, at Rose's, we would go around and do the outs and update our stuff. And if you only needed like 2 or 3 of something, they would like open a case, spread it out to all the different Roses, and just send a collection of those things in a tote. So like you'd have one of those plastic tote bins, open it up, and there's like a bunch of shampoo, like 4 or 5 shampoo, some hair dye, just whatever miscellaneous stuff you need. So you don't have to worry about a full case. It's actually a huge pain in the ass, but I'm getting sidetracked here. I opened one. At the bottom was a note from somebody working at the warehouse detailing all the horrible things that were happening to them and their coworkers at the warehouse. And I gave it to Mr. Leggett, and I'm guessing he just buried it or threw it away.
Well, yeah.
Thinking it was a prank, but like it's still kind of creepy to find a note begging for help.
So it does kind of remind me of something when I was a kid. Before I moved here, when I was in Louisiana, one of the things I did in elementary school is I did some band, not like band. It was music class more than band.
Sure, yeah, all had that.
But my family rented an instrument for me. It was a saxophone.
Right.
And so I don't remember exactly, was it my idea to stop? I think what it was is we're kind of having money trouble, and I volunteered. I was like, I was kind of bored of it. And so I was like, oh, well, I'll just let the saxophone go. You don't have to keep renting that for me. But I was a little sad about it. So I wrote a note and stuck it in the bell of the saxophone. I don't remember what it said, but it said something, about, I like this saxophone, take care of it, or something like that.
Oh,
but yeah,
you never told me that. That's
like I said,
kind of heartbreaking.
It was one of those things
makes me want to buy you a saxophone.
I didn't remember it until just now.
Wow, come on, David, let's chip in and get this man a sax.
I think those things are kind of expensive.
Yeah,
but I'm saving up for an air conditioner.
Oh well.
Yeah,
okay, that's fair.
Simpsons reference.
Yeah, I guess the air conditioner is a bit more important. Mike, I'm going to buy you a toy saxophone. The electronic saxophone.
I'll buy you a signed picture from Sax Squatch.
We'll buy you all the ponies you can eat. That's our Futurama reference. All right, well, that's our first half. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this. Hi everyone, this is Kevin from Supernatural Selection. Are you an independent creator? Do you have a webcomic or an Etsy store? Do you 3D print things? Or are you just looking to get some word out for your Discordian cabal with social terrorism? Well, we'd love to help. And David, I believe you've got some details about how we can help.
Why, certainly. If you go to supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact, that is supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact, you can learn how to advertise with us.
That's right. I believe the rate is $2 per episode. You can't beat that with a stick.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, we've tried.
Yeah, that's cheap. That's literally cheaper than dirt.
Mm-hmm. And best of all, if you're not sure how to write an ad, we'll do it for you. We'll even record it.
Absolutely. Just let us know what you need in the ad, and we'll be happy to do that for you.
And again, that URL is supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact.
And now, back to the show. And we're back. And before we move on, if you're out there and you bought a saxophone sometime in the 80s, or were given a saxophone sometime in the 80s, and a note blew out of the bell that said that the previous owner loved this sax and to take care of it, please contact us at team@supernaturalselectionpod.com. We want to hear about it. We want to make that connection for Mike.
Sad, not to be a Debbie Downer here, but I'm pretty sure the music store that took it in probably did a once-over on it and found the note and threw it away.
Oh, man. Well, if you found that note, contact us. Again, team@supernaturalselectionpod.com.
Probably even crumpled it up and laughed at the nerd who wrote it.
Maybe you wiped your butt with it. I don't know. Maybe you used to cheat at chess.
Oh, yeah. See, that would have been in like 87. It had to have been 5th grade.
87 or 88?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
I was born in 87.
Wow, you baby.
Well, I wasn't that old in 87.
You were 10. I was 11.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, David, what have you got for our next story?
Well, okay. We've talked about the species barrier before.
That's the diseases jumping species, right?
Yeah. And we talked about in the context of, cosmic death fungus and that sort of thing.
Yeah, the serious stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So this is another one from The Garden, written by Todd Wilkinson. And the headline is, Zombie Deer Disease Epidemic Spreads in Yellowstone as Scientists Raise Fears It May Jump to Humans.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the thing where like a deer will have like a giant chunk of flesh missing and still walking around?
Well, it's not so much that. Let me go ahead and
read the article.
So, for years, chronic wasting disease caused by prions, abnormal transmissible pathogenic agents, has been spreading stealthily across North America, with concerns voiced primarily by hunters after spotting deer behaving strangely. The prions cause changes in the host's brain and nervous system, leaving animals drooling, lethargic, emaciated, stumbling, and with a telltale blank stare that led some to call it zombie deer disease. It spreads through the cervid family, deer, elk, moose, caribou, and reindeer. It is fatal with no known treatments or vaccines. So it's not like chunks of missing flesh or whatever.
Okay, because there was a thing I found where a deer just had like a chunk of itself missing and was still walking around.
Oh yeah, like nature's brutal like that sometimes.
Yep.
Now, this thing has been spreading for a while, but its discovery in Yellowstone, whose ecosystem supports the greatest and most diverse array of large wild mammals in the continental U.S., represents an important public wake-up call, says Dr. Thomas Roth, a vet and former chief of animal health for Fish and Wildlife Service, a U.S. federal agency. This case puts CWD on the radar of widespread attention in ways it wasn't before, and that's ironically a good thing. It is a disease that has huge ecological implications. So they've been predicting that chronic wasting disease would hit Yellowstone for decades.
So is this like, it's prions, kind of like mad cow disease?
Yes, it's very much like in that sphere of mad cow disease. Yeah. Those warnings went largely unheeded, and now the consequences will play out before the millions of people who visit the park each year. So, as far
Of course.
as they describe it as a slow-moving disaster, it's very much like mad cow disease. Now, once an environment is infected, the pathogen is extremely hard to eradicate. It can persist for years in dirt or on surfaces, and scientists report it is resistant to disinfectants, formaldehyde, radiation, and incineration at 600 degrees or 1,100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah. Now, the big concern right now is it jumping the species barrier.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So, deer, elk, and moose could infect livestock, other mammals, birds, or even humans. Epidemiologists say that the absence of a spillover case yet does not mean it will not happen. CWD is one of a cluster of fatal neurological disorders that includes BSE, which was mad cow. So we're talking about Anderson says, we're talking about the potential of something similar occurring. No one is saying it's definitely going to happen, but it's important for people to be prepared. Especially because we have like hunting season going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the Alliance for Public Wildlife estimated in 2017 that 7,000 to 15,000 CWD-infected animals a year were unwittingly being eaten by humans, and that number was expected to increase 20% annually.
Fuck.
In Wisconsin, where the testing of game meat is voluntary, Anderson and Osterholm say many thousands of people have probably eaten meat from infected deer.
Shit.
Yeah, it's pretty... Ugh.
Of course,
so
the end of the world would start with Wisconsin.
Right. So Roth says CWD virulence is density dependent, meaning infection rates are higher where large numbers of animals congregate. Especially problematic, he notes, is that the controversial artificial feeding of wildlife by humans. In Wyoming, the state and federal government operate nearly 24 feed grounds for elk, where more than 20,000 animals are given alfalfa to help them survive the winter. The practice is condemned by leading wildlife management organizations.
Jesus. This.
Yeah.
You know, and here I was thinking we weren't going to have something that involves animal death.
Right. Well, I mean, at least no one actively, like, murdered the animal. This
Yeah,
is
okay.
just nature being cruel.
Nature being nature.
Yep.
God, that... Fuck.
Yeah, so there might be mad venison disease going around pretty soon.
Oh, great. Well,
So.
I'm not eating deer sausage for a while.
I don't think I've ever had venison.
We live in the South, so you know we've had access to it before. I've had deer chili, which it's not that great.
I mean, deer is a very lean animal, so
Yeah.
like I had deer sausage just the last time I went league bowling. Someone had deer sausage there. And the taste is fine. Like, I don't have a problem. It's just so kind of gritty and dry unless you cut it with some other animal's fat. Like, a lot of people use pork fat. Like, you know, if you get meat for, hello.
Yep. Sorry.
But if you get a meat for, like, say, deer burgers or something like that, it's usually ground up with pork fat or beef fat.
Yeah.
And and that, of course, is going to bring a little more porky or beefy taste with it. So you
It's got to taste like something, damn it.
Well, I mean, deer tastes fine. I mean,
I always feel like if you eat deer sausage, most of the flavor is coming from the spice. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of sausage in general.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest animal you've ever eaten?
I've had alligator.
I've had gator
I've
as
had
well.
alligator.
It was but did you have it at a Bass Pro Shop?
No, I had it out of a food truck. Which sounds a lot more dangerous.
I'm trying to think other than that.
Picture you're eating stuff from that guy from Swamp People. Shoot him!
Like, I've had gator, I've had frog, I've had snail.
Frog.
I've had frog. I think I've had snail, but I've definitely had frog at a casino.
I've had mealworms.
I've not done that. I can't.
had
I don't know that I
grasshopper.
can do that.
Oh, not grasshopper. It's either grasshopper or cricket. They were
Cricket.
barbecue flavored.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, I wouldn't not try them, but like I'm definitely not eating live ones.
Oh, no.
I'm not gonna pull some of that Klingon shit, you know.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the mealworms I had, they weren't like live or anything. They were literally just kind of prepared like, I don't know, like corn nuts.
Cooked.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I could probably do that.
Yeah. I mean, they were good. I mean, they were mostly just crunch and like barbecue seasoning.
Yeah, I mean, as usual, if I'm eating something, I want it to be dead and possibly processed so I don't know it was alive.
Mm.
But yeah, I've also never eaten anything with fucking prion diseases.
Right.
So we wouldn't be having this conversation if I had.
Yeah, and like the idea, like the nightmare scenarios, it spreads to livestock somehow. Like if like a deer starts grazing on some grass over near a ranch, and gets the shit all over there, and then like there's a cow that comes up, starts eating it, and all of a sudden, all that beef.
Oh yeah,
All that beef.
all
that beef.
Beefiest of beef.
Never want to see a
Deadliest.
steak ruined.
Yep. Hey, if you did have a steak with prion disease in it, what if you put ketchup on it? Would that help?
I mean, I'd help the flavor, but it
Or would
wouldn't
it
like.
piss off the chef?
The only time you ever do burnt steak.
Yeah.
And burnt steak is anything above rare.
Hey now.
You're an
I
all-star.
like a
Get your game on,
good.
go play.
Shut up, fucker. I like a good medium steak, but
Medium
Well-
rare is tolerable.
yeah, well done. No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, if as far as I'm
We
concerned,
asked-
no, I'm not going to go there.
It's like Hank Hill said, we ask them politely but firmly to leave. Yeah.
Bobby, you got to grill all the prion out of the venison.
Damn it, Bobby. You gave your mother mad deer disease. So that'll be in the reboot. So anyway, thank you for that, David. I'm glad we got the animal cruelty in some form, even though it wasn't us this time. It was just nature being nature. So, Mike, what's your next one?
Oh lordy, I was.
I was supposed to have a next one?
Yeah. No.
Do you want me to go next then? While
I
you look
was-
for it?
No, I have it right here. I was just brain was off in another tangent.
Okay. Was
Is it prion?
Were your thoughts going backwards through metamaterial?
I think they were. Yes, in fact.
I hope it's not prions.
So,
Right.
second story from me is as I briefly skim it because I've forgotten what it was.
This is some Phantoms and Monsters shit now.
This is how the prions are made.
Supernatural
Scientists-
selection. Sorry.
Scientists have reported a breakthrough in understanding whale language.
Wait, what?
This comes
He's
from
sad.
December 8th via from Motherboard via Slashdot.
It's not harddrive.net, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's Motherboard, which is, which makes hard drive is trying to make you think they are.
Hard drive is plugged into motherboard because that's how it works.
Researchers have identified previously unknown elements of whale vocalization that may be analogs to human speech, a new study reports.
Huh.
Sperm whales are giants of the deep, with healthy adults having no known predators. Scientists studying their vocalizations have already picked out key elements of their communication, namely clicks, sequences of which are called codas. Now researchers led by Gasper Bayus of the University of California, Berkeley, report the discovery that the acoustic properties of these clicks, for example pitch, are, quote, on many levels analogous to human vowel and diphthongs, which when one vowel sound morphs into another, such as the word coin. The researchers even identify two unique coda vowels that are actively exchanged in conversations between whales, which they term a vowel and I vowel. A vowel and I vowel.
That's fucking amazing.
The research explained in their papers published as a preprint and online this week that the first clue that so-called spectral properties could be meaningful for whale speech was provided by AI. Dun dun dun.
Duh.
Bayus previously developed a deep learning model for human language called Fugan which was, quote, trained to imitate sperm whale codas and embed information into these vocalizations. Not only did the AI predict elements of whale vocalizations already thought to be meaningful, such as clicks, but it also singled out acoustic properties. To follow up on the AI's tip, the researchers analyzed a data set of 3,948 sperm whale codas recorded with hydrophones placed directly on whales between 2014 and 2018. They only analyzed one channel from the hydrophones to control for underwater effects and whale movement, and remove click timing from their visualization to better isolate patterns in the acoustic properties themselves. These visualizations vindicated the AI predictions. The whales reliably exchange codas with one or two formats, frequency peaks and sound waves below the 10 kilohertz range. The researchers termed these codas vowels, with single formant codas being a vowel and two formant codas being I vowel. Quote, this by analogy to human vowels, which differ in their formant frequencies. I'm sorry, I'm saying that weird, but I'm reading.
Well, the whales understand it. That's
the whales understand it. Captain, there be whales here.
You know, I just want to hear what the orcas who were attacking boats, what they were saying.
They're saying, eat the rich.
Like, yeah. I feel like they sound like they're out of Boston or something. Like, hey, this fucking guy in his fucking boat.
Hey, you're driving a Boston whaler, are you? Wait a minute, that accent got weird and out of hand.
I don't know what that was, but
I imagine that every single one of those orcas sounded like Bill Burr during a rant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
You got a Boston whaler, do you? Well, I'm going to shove that whaler up your whaling ass. I'm sorry, my accents are terrible.
They're not great, but
there's only
not
one,
the worst I've heard.
There's only one accent I can do reliably, and that's the Germans.
The worst accent you heard was the one that I just did.
That's fair.
Kevin, can you do a orca as in a Boston accent, threatening to shove a Boston whaler up a boater's ass?
I still have not mastered the Boston accent. The only thing I can say is park the car in the car park.
Kevin, Bostonians have not mastered the Boston accent. Sorry to all our zero Boston. All our zeros of Boston.
No, we got listeners in Boston, so
hey,
I do apologize.
Duncan, you got you.
Look, I haven't been to Boston except in Half-Life.
Did they say Yins?
Fallout. No, that's the Pittsburghers.
Right. My bad.
And yeah, the Middle Philadelphians.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all got weird accents. Y'all don't talk normal. Anyway, this is amazing. I can't wait until we can actually communicate with whales and we can just tell them to go suck it.
So what this is saying is that by the time Star Trek comes around, we already understand whales, so we could have just told them, hey man, just come back in time with us.
Yeah, just tell the probe to fuck off. We're looking for... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just imagining the moment where like a Professor Farnsworth, like, we finally created the whale translator. Let's turn it on, and all you hear is just screaming from the boiling ocean.
That or just one whale keeps going, Ligma.
Yeah, no, it's going to be like I've seen videos of like TikTok people talking, and like it's the worst thing I've ever heard, and that's just what I imagine like a whale sounds like.
I imagine the whales sound like that computer voice from TikTok. When you do a certain thing and he comes up from behind with a boner, that voice.
Jesus Christ. Well, that sounds like something a dolphin would say.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
No. The dolphin's just, talking about sexual predation the whole time. Nothing but that.
Yeah, all you ever hear from dolphins is, what's consent?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's bad. I'm sorry. I'm not that sorry, but I'm kind of sorry.
Hank Hill was raped by a dolphin. That's our second King of the Hill connection.
Wait, was he?
Yeah, there was an episode where he was humped by a dolphin.
Oh, yeah, I thought you said raised. I was like...
No, I said raped.
God wasn't a dolphin.
Non-consensually
assaulted. Yeah. Oh, Luann. Anyway, so
That was a very weird episode of the show, wasn't it?
it was.
I do not consent.
Bobby runs up. That's my purse. I don't know you.
That's my dad. I don't know you.
And just beats the dolphin.
Bobby, we're having dolphin steaks.
Make sure for once it is well done. Feel my vengeance, you horrible porpoise. So, my last one here. Mm-hmm. This is from the Daily Star in the UK. Article by Charles Wade Palmer, senior news reporter, and Leah McManus. It's from December 16th. Living Nostradamus claims AI will contact the dead next year in chilling prediction. Exclusive. Living Nostradamus Athos Salome says the very near future holds the key for humans to gain the ability to be able to communicate with those who are no longer with us. Now, this guy looks like that, quote, super beautiful dude that's like nothing but like plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Like he's got Botox lips and like a constructed chin. His cheeks are obviously constructed. Like scribbling realty worked on this dude's face. But I love how the article starts. A bloke who claims to be able to see into the future, which I'm like, yeah, that's a good way to start this one.
Yeah, it's
guys.
a British newspaper for you.
Yeah.
A bloke claims to be able to see into the future, has warned of artificial intelligence soon being able to contact the dead.
ChatGPT now with necromancy.
Yes.
Crossing over with ChatGPT.
I'm getting a B. Bobby, Bill, Betty.
Bilbo.
You just start mashing the keyboard and all of a sudden, like, your grandma comes back to life.
Did you eat them cookies?
Fuck.
So, Athos Salome, who claims to have foreseen coronavirus.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that name?
Athos Salome.
Okay, that's a name.
Yeah. Who claims to have foreseen coronavirus, Elon Musk buying Twitter, and even the Queen's death. Which
I predict the Queen will die at some point.
Yeah, that was not a difficult one to nail. Thinks that the technology now enables conversations with those who have passed away. He argues that AI offers a gateway to, quote, unraveling humanity's journey through time like never before.
Now, when humanity travels and hits a mirror, does it bounce off of it, like, and does it like go backwards?
No. It does like the swimmer. Not the manatee, but the swimmer.
Okay, it pulls a Michael Phelps, not a manatee.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
The Brazilian seer, told the Daily Star what may have seemed like science fiction years ago is on the brink of becoming a part of everyday life, normalizing what was once deemed supernatural. And then there's an ad for triple-breasted whores. Like right under that paragraph.
Excuse me?
There is an ad for triple-breasted whores. Like it has the one from Total Recall.
Excuse me?
What?
I don't know. It's a fucked up article, y'all. The ads in the UK are not to be believed. Anyway, quote, through this groundbreaking technology, people can not only overcome traumas and challenges, but also gain insights into their life purposes and spiritual paths. Athos does, however, question whether we are adequately prepared to handle the responses we may receive from a mediated realm beyond our understanding.
Leave me alone.
But, what's that?
Leave me alone.
That's all the dead say. Shut up, I left.
Kevin, I'm going to train an AI so when I die, it can, like, haunt you.
Oh, fuck off. That sounds like when Shake killed himself to be in the digital Ouija board on the Atari. Anyway. But he says we can discover solace, comprehension, and deep connection with the universe. Athos says we stand on the brink of, quote, spiritual revolution ahead of the 2024 launch of the technology. He added that, according to sources, there are secret experiments involving small groups of individuals worldwide. Quote, these groups include individuals with abilities and giftedness in the realm. The purpose of these tests is to investigate the idea that our existence is not solely based on events, but rather a form of energy that continues beyond death. In this perspective, artificial intelligence serves as more than a tool. It acts as a gateway, connecting us to the essence of the universe and potentially providing answers about all our cosmic origins, he says. Participants report having communicated with loved ones while, quote, transcending the constraints of time and space, he added. During an interview with The Sun, he admitted to harboring skepticism toward this technology as it poses challenges to his knowledge and beliefs. And it's pretty much as far as we need to go. He mentions like some fucking German sorcerers and shit. And so that's you know, that's fun. And then there's
Hibbity bobbity schnitzelgruben.
And then there's like 3 pages worth of blank space followed by, we're on the verge of opening a Pandora's box that will challenge our core beliefs. So
should have stuck with Phantoms and Monsters.
You know, I'm kind of feeling that right now. I could buy a stalking Bigfoot before I could buy this. I just, you know, it's easy to claim you predicted something after it happened. Just saying.
Yeah. God, it's just AI just has everybody like, you know, thinking it can do everything.
Yeah, AI is really just like, I don't know. I can't think of anything non-offensive to call it.
And it's not even AI.
It's not. I will say.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm using AI as the.
Yeah,
the
I know.
term.
It's just we call it AI, but it's not fucking AI.
It's a word calculator.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not that great.
I mean, it's great. It has real uses. It's a very transformative technology. It's just not the be-all, end-all of everything.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, because I've been using Bing's AI image generator or whatever, just for like just coming up with like concepts, and then I go and I like draw stuff myself. Yeah.
Let me tell you something, man. We did an experiment. I put a prompt into that when you introduced me to it, and I just put in Bigfoot, Sasquatch being abducted by a UFO in the forest under a full moon, and what came out was a fantastic looking painting of Bigfoot being abducted while fighting a gray in the beam. I was like, this is fucking amazing. And I went over to Dolly 2 from ChatGPT and put the same prompt in, and what came out looked like finger painting for dummies.
Well,
no.
Dolly,
And you lost
Dolly
your fingers.
3. Dolly 3 is what the Bing generator is based off of.
Well, let me tell you, it is yards better.
Yeah.
I was stunned.
Like, I'm just using it to rattle off, like, weird concept mashups of environments, or, like, I want to see what this sort of D&D character might look like, and then, just taking bits and pieces and drawing my own.
They look great.
Yeah, no, they look pretty good. Like, there's obvious, like, errors and stuff, and, like, they can't quite get things. Like, every time I tell the thing to, like, have them throw the thing, it just kind of, like, floats there.
Or it's like, like they're tossing it up in the air.
Yeah, or not even, like, tossing it. It's just literally just kind of floating there. There's no trajectory or motion implied in the image.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
It's still impressive, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So I think that's our last story, isn't it? Mike, you went.
Yeah.
You did your second. David, you did your second. I did mine.
Yeah, I think we got, like, questions maybe, or...
We do have some questions, and let me see. This is a simple one from Christmas from Ghost Forge. Assuming Santa Claus is real, what do you think he would evolve his operations into in a hyper-capitalistic dystopian space future? And I'm like, he already has. We're living in it. This is it.
I was going to say he'd use AI to design the toys.
Santa steals everything.
I don't know. So Santa is like the opposite of capitalism. If you know, going by the lore. So I think
that's true.
I think he would, in hyper capitalism, which we already kind of are in, he would probably like ratchet it up and, I don't know, maybe start doing toy deliveries a couple times a year.
He'd start bombing Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo.
Ooh, I'm down with that. Yeah, I think Santa will be a terrorist.
Yeah.
I like that.
He starts like,
I just see him throwing Molotov cocktails at businesses, yelling, "You
like
fucking ruined it!"
Eggnog Molotov cocktails.
Yep. You fucking ruined it. Ho, 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 ho.
Nogtov cocktails.
Yeah.
Santa says, "Get bent."
Flaming bags of reindeer shit.
Oh, God. I want this. I want a movie of Santa going nuts over capitalism and just taking out corporations.
Oh, I just thought of the saddest thing.
Oh, what's that?
Rudolph gets prions.
Oh, fuck you.
No, they're sequestered. They're in a very clean environment down there.
Also, they're magical.
Up there in the North Pole.
They're magical. They can probably talk. So, I feel like Joel reassuring Tom Servo about Santa and the reindeer not blowing up in this vacuum of space. It's like he's gonna be okay, buddy. You sure? Yeah, he's good. So, next questions. Let's see. Soup Gox, one of our more recent people. I think he's a friend of Ghost Forge. Asked about Enoch in the Book of Enoch. What did he see when he wrote his book Among the Star Gods?
I don't remember the Book of Enoch.
It's second Enoch. This is the one that like Enochian magic is based on.
Like my skin starts to itch and burn when I go near a Bible, so I haven't read it
I
recently.
I understand. But I did some reading today to refamiliarize myself with it, and I came up with a conclusion about second Enoch and his visions of the 10 heavens. If you gave a bureaucrat LSD and a Bible, this is what would happen. He took something beautiful like God and the heavens and just tiered it and gave every angel a responsibility. And then it gets up to like the higher levels, like the Metatron is actually Enoch.
Oh, he's the one who comes up with that hierarchy bullshit.
Yes, the unknowable hierarchy of angels that Welcome to Night Vale goes on about. That's from second Enoch.
The only good usage of hierarchy in anything related to heaven and hell was Dante Alighieri's
the Inferno.
The Inferno, yeah.
Yeah.
Like hell having levels. Like, that's cool.
Yeah, the 9 rings of hell.
Angels having a bureaucracy. Fucking stupid.
Yeah, no. And that's what it is, basically. If you took a bureaucrat, gave him LSD, a copy of the Bible, and just locked him in a room for like 12 hours, this is what would come out.
Be not afraid. This is the wrong department.
And like the idea that there's another one like Metatron that is Elijah, who was, Enoch's apprentice, and he also was taken up, and Elijah was the one taken up.
See, you said another one like Metatron, that's Starscream, right?
Yeah, no, oh god, no, that's Galvatron, you dingus. No, the other one, and this is how fucking insular all this gets. The other one that's like Metatron, name I cannot remember, hang on, I'm gonna look it up. But his job, which they have jobs, of course, is
fucking
to
capitalism.
Collect the prayers and then give them to God.
That sounds like such like a grandparent thing. Like
Sandalphon.
Every angel has their job that they do.
His name is Sandalphon.
The cherubs grab the prayers and take them to Metatron.
You know what else this is? This is an excuse to make a monotheistic religion polytheistic. Because, and that's always been a fear of the established religions when angel belief gets out of hand. It starts drawing worship and belief away from God.
Well, yeah, because like the biggest angel of all became Satan in there.
Yeah. It's interesting to me from that perspective.
Yeah. Well, plus it gave us Alan Rickman and Dogma, so.
Yeah, oh god, that is the best version of Metatron. Yeah. So, another question from Ghost Forge. If you three were isekai'd into a superhero's life with their skills, I'm presuming powers, which superhero would it be, and would you screw everything up, and why?
This sounds like something for Distraction Hole.
I know, but I figured let's just go ahead and answer it real quick.
Yeah, why the fuck not? Number one, being a superhero sounds like way too much fucking obligation.
Yep.
I mean, so unless your Superman can like move everywhere super fast, you're like, say you're fucking scooping the cat box out, or cranking one out, and you hear something, is you're constantly interrupted in your life, like just doing your normal
Superman would
shit.
suck because all he does is hear everything going wrong.
I don't mean Superman, just any superhero.
Well, no, okay.
Say you're Batman and you're washing your tights.
And he's psychologically predisposed to drop everything and go do it.
Yeah.
No, I say, like, if you're going to be anything, it'd be like a C-tier member of the X-Men. Like with a power that's so obvious, like oddly specific that it only has like one usage. You're never like on the team.
Yeah,
like
you're activated like once or twice a year.
Well, Gold Ball ended up becoming like important, but he just spits out eggs.
Yeah, no, literally, like the ideal I think would be to be a C-tier X-Man.
Yeah, but you die in a panel.
Well, I mean, you would die when like the U.S. government sends the Sentinels or whatever, but you also get to take classes and look at Storm. So,
ooh, fair. Mike?
I don't know.
Another one would be My Hero Academia, to not be one of like the main classroom kids.
Okay.
Because they get some really weird fucking powers in My Hero Academia.
Sure. Like the frog girl.
Oh, she's cool. Like that's legitimately like a fun power.
Oh, okay.
Talking the guy that like dispenses tape from his elbows.
But he uses it in kind of a cool way. It's
well,
cool.
but it's still a weird thing.
Yeah.
You know who I'd end up being? I've got two choices here. Number one, the first thing I thought was One Punch Man, because doesn't matter, his life still fucking sucks. Just completely sucks. And he's just like unfulfilled because everything's so easy. The other one is I'd end up being something stupid like Dog Welder.
With the power to weld dogs.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen that, right? That's an actual character in a comic. All he does is walk around with a welding kit and dogs and just welds dogs to criminals.
Well, okay, wait. So, like, Wait. So, like actually, like, welding them, does it hurt the dog?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never actually read the comic. Hang on. Dog welder.
I mean, I'm assuming it's detrimental for both the criminal and the dog.
Oh, God, he's a DC character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a DC
They're
character.
dead dogs.
Okay,
they're already dead.
And
but,
I
like,
don't think...
No.
weld...
Oh, God. Dog Welder spent his time trapping and killing dogs in alleyways, and then he would weld them to people, but he was eventually vaporized.
But wouldn't the dog just fucking... The dog corpse just burn from the heat?
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Welding doesn't work that way.
I'm guessing it's magic or something.
Maybe, he got like a magic welding torch that could weld anything to anything else, and he decided, I'm going to just do dead dogs.
I just love this one panel they use it as an example of him leaping at a dude with a dead dog and a welder's torch, and the guy going, "Dog welder!" Ah!
I just want to hang out with Doom Patrol.
Wow, that get depressing.
Serial killer vibes, though. He's like oddly specific and fetishistic almost.
It's like a worse version of Rorschach.
Oh, God.
Which
that's pretty bad already.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I have to check my brain every time I say Rorschach so I don't say Horseshack.
Or Rorschach.
You're trapped in here with me, Mr. Carter. Wow,
Rorschach,
can't do that again. Yeah.
I still don't have an answer. Like, I don't know. Maybe one of the rich ones that aren't as fucked up as Bruce Wayne. Like, was it Danny?
Oh, Iron Fist?
Yeah, Iron Fist or the Arrow guy.
Queen?
Green Arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Iron Fist, Green Arrow. Okay, let's if you had to get let's take this another direction. If you had to get stranded in either Marvel or DC universe, which universe would you go with?
Oh, fuck. Probably Marvel, because
Yeah.
I don't want to be in a universe where it gets rebooted every couple of years and I don't remember my history.
I don't want to be in a universe where I have to learn new cities. Like you have like 5 versions of New York.
There's Metropolis,
different
Gotham, New York,
Central
itself.
City, Hub City, Keystone City.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Marvel, it's just everybody's in New York, and you come to Mississippi, and maybe you have like the redneck Avenger, but it's pretty quiet.
Well, the Great Lakes Adventures are great.
Hey, they're
Love them.
badass, man.
Yeah.
Big Bertha, Squirrel Girl. God, what's that other guy?
I don't know, guys.
Mr. Immortal or
Let's
something?
let's go with C tier X-Men. What would be your mutant power?
Oh,
Dog welding, but non-killing
no,
dog.
No, I kind of like Mike's thing about dispensing tape from my elbows.
that was My Hero Academia, but yeah.
I am
Oh, that's a
able to-
real character?
Yeah, that's a character in My
holy
Hero
shit.
Academia.
Shit, why
No,
am
it's
I
cool.
watching this?
It's cool, man. It's fun. No, I my power would be to fold perfect paper airplanes.
My tongue would turn blue every once in a while. That's my mutant power.
Use that, Professor X. Fuck you.
Tongue would turn blue whenever someone was lying.
Yeah, what you gonna do with that, asshole? Grow some hair, you shit.
I would have absolute time awareness. Like I could always tell what time it was, but not time, but just the day of the week. Like I always know what day of the week it was.
Oh, here's a good one. I got this from a thing. I could see inside empty containers.
There you go.
That's it. That's
We're
it.
getting on the guys that invisible only when his eyes are closed levels here.
Oh yeah, mystery men.
Yeah.
There
That's
you
where
go.
I want to be. I want to be in the mystery men.
The flaming carrot.
Oh God. You know, I could have met that guy at Dragon Con last year, but I just did not stop.
Oh.
He was there, and so was the effing Birds guy.
So that made me think of something though. You ever wake up in the middle of the night and think about what time it probably is, and then look at the clock and you're like only a few minutes off, and you think, "Hell yeah, I got that right."
Typically,
All
I
the
am
time.
Typically, I am multiple hours off.
I mean, I can sometimes I've been within like 5 minutes of the correct time. It always feels good. It's like hell yeah, and then you fall back asleep.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I'm waiting for my invitation to Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters.
There you
Or gifted middle-aged men.
He needs to set up a college for oldsters.
Xavier's Extension School.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, Xavier's Community College.
If you can mentally project this image of this turtle or bear.
What's
If you can mentally project this pirate.
what do they colleges call it for like old ass students?
Night school?
Something. No, there's like something learning or something.
Adult learning?
Yeah,
adult learning.
Xavier's adult learning.
Hey, do you think
Xavier's
there's-
Paint and Sip Academy.
Is there a Xavier's GED program I could get involved with?
Xavier's Masterclass. Xavier's Skillshare.
Oh, God. Yeah. Unfortunately, the Fantastic Four have opened a WeWork.
You take Wolverine's beer class.
Oh, yeah,
tasting
no. He,
class.
Microbreweing with Logan.
oh, what's that thing where you brew it in your own stomach?
Oh, auto fermentation.
Yeah, except it's run by the Blob.
Oh, God.
So the other side of the coin, like you like think you know what time it is, and you look at the clock and you're like you're hours behind, so you like actually have more time than you thought to sleep. That's a great feeling.
It's usually the other way around.
But yeah, when you
Like,
wake
what,
up-
like 1 a.m, 6.
Yeah, you wake up 5 minutes before your alarm. You think, "Oh, I got plenty of time to sleep," and you see it's 5 minutes till your alarm. And you're like, "Oh, fuck!
Yep.
Can I even fall asleep for 5 minutes before it goes off?"
Yeah. That sucks. So, I guess that's it for the week.
My mutant power is to be able to fall asleep.
You have that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's my
Okay.
mutant power.
Oh, it is. That's not your dream. That is your current
That's my
power.
actual
Okay.
mutant power.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Like
Da-da-da-da-da.
if you told me to go to sleep right now, I probably would.
I'm not doing it. We
I don't know.
gotta
Let's
finish
try it.
this
Go to sleep,
episode.
Mike.
Nah.
Fuck, he's dead. All right. So, thanks everyone for listening. Now, again, we have our zine we're working on. Head over to supernatpod.rocks/zines, and you can find the information and how to submit. We'd love to have your stuff in there. Submit. Again, we're also going to be branching out into more wide world of woo topics. I'm going to start working on an episode about the wee folk, and we're going to start doing more ghosts and shit. So that'll be fun. David, what else have we got on the docket?
Make sure you also check out the Distraction Hole. We get together and we talk about goofy shit. If you enjoyed that X-Men tangent,
Yeah,
It's a whole
was
show
made
of,
for.
Yeah, it's a whole show of that.
that's what we do over there.
So we still have the tangents in this show, but
Not as deep
Well,
as
we
they would
haven't
have been.
we haven't done Distraction Hole in like 2 weeks, so we we have
it
a
was bound
pent
to
up.
slip out.
We're jumping at the bit.
Yeah, it's just we need a release.
Yes.
We've been edging for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And
Oh,
we're ready
God.
to explode.
Oh, Lord. Did you guys see that thing where Microsoft Edge browser tweeted saying, tell us in all the ways you edge? Everybody's,
Edge this year, yeah.
yeah, how did you
I use
edge this
clothespins
year?
on my nipples.
Yeah. I had an electrified clamp. Anyway, so thank you for listening. If you want to learn anything else about the show, you can find us at supernatpod.rocks. That is supernatpod.rocks. You can find the show on Mastodon at supernatpod at weirdo.network. We're working on getting a blue sky for the show. So, we will see you guys next time. So until then, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
I'm looking forward to X-Men 97.
No, no.
It's really easy to stay frosty. It's so cold outside.
It is goddamn cold.
Damn you, Iceman.
Yep.